So one of the most highly anticipated shows for this year, The Last of Us, has just dropped, and episode 1 is just amazing. I know fans of the games are just so happy that they are staying faithful to the game, even though they are fleshing out some of the scenes and some of the characters. It was a great start to something that may potentially be one of the best shows and best video game adaptations onto the screen. So I'm here in this video with some top moments, 5 to be exact, in The Last of Us episode 1. But before we get right to it, I hope you guys subscribe, turn on that post notification bell not to miss any new video. Now let's dive in. Starting off at number 5, we have the grandma scene when Sarah goes to visit the neighbors, and then she's checking part of the house, she's checking some CDs, and then we can see from the blurry background that the grandma is making certain facial expressions like as if she's turned and she's about to pounce on Sarah. From the start of the show, we are wondering like, when is it going to start? When is the pandemic? When is the infection? When is the show going to go crazy? And this particular scene made viewers, including me, go, oh shit, it's about to start. And then right off, it just didn't. And that's how you build tension. That's how you build anticipation for the inevitable. Next at number 4, we have Ellie and Joel meeting. These are two of the greatest video game characters ever to exist, and of course when the show started, we were all anticipating when they were going to meet, especially for the gamers. And of course, staying true to the game as this show is wonderfully doing, they did meet exactly the way we thought they would meet, and it was just wonderful. For those who haven't experienced the game, it was just two characters meeting, just another scene to move the plot forward. But for gamers who have experienced and gone through this journey in this game, it was a start. It was a start of a beautiful relationship that is going to shape this show and change these characters. When you name two dynamic duos in the video game industry, when it comes to video game characters, that is, you can't skip Joel and Ellie.
Gotcha. 80s means trouble.
Listen.
At number 3, we have the end scene when Joel, Ellie, and Tess are escaping from the hideout, or should I say their zone, to embark on this journey, and they surprisingly run into the officer and things go sideways. Of course, Ellie being Ellie, she freaking stabs the guy and escalates things. Right there and then, the scene mirrors the exact same way that Joel lost his daughter, and of course, he completely snaps. Just watching the whole scene and how Joel just goes into shock mode and Savage just bleeds into our heart on how this guy has been traumatized and has been in pain for the last 20 years. Now at the second spot, we have the start of the pandemic, the world turning into madness and chaos ensuing. Like, this was so crazy, intense, heartbreaking, and so scary when you think about it, considering we also have survived a pandemic. Everything was just so real for the characters, and the acting making everything believable, with them also staying faithful to the game and the chaos of it. The score, the sound design, everything just worked to perfect this scene.
You keep your eyes on me, okay? You don't look anywhere else.
Now at number 1, we have Sarah's death. Of course, some of you expected this, like which scene was ever going to be number 1 apart from this. To say this is heartbreaking will be an understatement. Even for us who have experienced this game and this story, it still brought tears into our eyes. Me specifically, I will admit it. A tear dropped from my eye and I just couldn't believe it. Just from the start, when you thought that they were going to survive this encounter, everything flips and the soldier who's supposed to provide protection for them ends up being the one taking their lives, with Joel surviving. The acting was so good. It just made the scene so painful to watch. Just after we have gotten to know Sarah, her relationship with her father, even uncle she's taking, right off you know that this our character Joel is never going to be the same, and it's what will shape his core going forward.
Come on, get up. Come on, baby girl.
Now that's it for the list. These are some of the top moments in this first episode. I'm totally impressed with what they were able to accomplish in this first episode, staying true to the game, adding their own bit to it. The acting was phenomenal, the score, the sound design, set itself, the set pieces, man, it just made for a wonderful viewing, and I just can't wait for the second episode. And in case you don't know, I have a video that I've made comparing the scenes from the game to the show, this first episode, and they really did stay faithful to the game. I hope you check that video out, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, it helps the channel out, and subscribe and turn on that post notification bell not to miss any new video. Now that's it for the video. As always, Ned is Sage here. See you guys in the next one.